Well, good afternoon. Thanks for putting up with the rain out here today. We have a little butter. It's butter carving, but I think it's better said as butter sculpture. Because when I said butter carving to Derek Falvey, and he saw these three guys coming, he got just a little bit nervous. Can you hear this okay? Uh-oh. Not at all? How about that? Testing. Now batting for the Minnesota Twins. How about that? Can you hear that? Is that better, Julie? Thank you. Okay, so this is a in-house Twins competition between these three guys, and it's butter still not working? It's butter sculpture, not butter carving, because Derek Falvey was very nervous if they were carving. So we're calling it butter sculpture, which we should. Doris is going to help me out here from the Moo booth. But first of all, let's meet our contestants. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to make the decision by a fan vote when they're done with their sculpture. They'll have a few minutes to get it done, and then hopefully we'll be able to see what it is. And then you guys get to determine the winner. So, Eddie, how often do you spend carving butter?
I never. It's my first time. Do it right now.
Do you have any idea what you're going to make?
I thinking. I don't know right now. Maybe when start the competition.
Miguel, butter sculpture. I know you've been planning on this for many, many months. What do you think? What are you going to make?
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try to make it something cool over here, and I'm gonna try to do the best I can.
All right. Trevor, you've already started?
Yeah. I'm trying to get a little bit of a head start.
Is he disqualified?
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't see any reason to wait. Do you guys? The rain's coming down?
You got to get going. So.
All right. You're going to do the sidearm or over the top?
Sidearm.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go. Let's begin the butter sculpture, and you could cheer him on. Now, Doris, let's talk about this butter sculpture. You've done this. You've been involved with it for many years. What do they got to do?
Yes, I have. Actually, we do this every year, and I'm not sure if my mic is on, but anyway, we do this every year. It is part of the Moo Booth Agri-Olympics that we do, and we're doing it special for the Twins today. And this is something that we take great pride in. This is something that is really important to the dairy industry. We produce a lot of butter in the state, and so we like to honor the dairy farmers by having the butter sculpting, and they're doing a great job. We actually have some really fine work going on over here right now. I think he's been thinking about it.
Yeah, Trevor's got a little artistry going, but let's go look at Miguel and Eddie over here, okay. And then you just be honest. What do you think? What do you think of what Eddie's doing so far?
Well, I'm kind of unsure as to what he's doing, and I'm not sure he knows either. But you know, we'll get through it. Oftentimes, it's an evolutionary process. You know, when they're doing these things, they don't. Sometimes it changes. You know, the artist in them, right, you know, speaks differently at different moments.
The great ones just kind of as they're going along. Eddie, do you know yet what you're making?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, and what about, take a look at Miguel's. Now, what do you think he's up to? Have you seen this before, Doris?
No, I think it's an original, is what it is.
I try to make a house.
What are you making, Miguel?
I try to make a house.
Okay, we're gonna a clubhouse or a regular house. Now let's get in front of Trevor's here and see what he's doing. Again, Doris, you're the voice of experience, so kind of give us a play-by-play of what you think of his work.
Well, he's moving right along. I mean, it's pretty amazing how far, you know, how much progress he's made. But speed isn't always the way to go in butter sculpting. So sometimes, you know, you have to be a little bit more methodical, and it really, you know, has to appeal to the fans because the fans will be voting here. So we'll have to wait and see.
Trevor, do you know what this is yet?
Yeah, it's going to be a yellow school bus.
Okay, well.
So this was the easiest option for me.
A yellow school bus, thank goodness, right? So, all right, and Doris, tell me about the Moo Booth. Where is it?
The Moo Booth is in the northwest end of the cattle barn, down at the southwest corner of the fairgrounds, and we welcome nearly 1 million visitors there every year to do different activities, and some of them get to have a chance to sculpt butter, but we've been doing it since 1991, and we try to showcase the farm to table concept of where your food comes from and help people better understand where their food comes from, including, of course, our butter.
Where's this particular butter come from? Do you know? Minnesota butter?
This is definitely Minnesota butter. It is from AMPI out of New Ulm, Minnesota, and it is the same butter that they use for the Princess K sculpture.
I was going to ask you, when Linda's over there doing what, about 5 hours in that booth, or is she in there longer carving the Princess K's?
She does 6 to 8 hours, depending on the Princess K, and they're carving 90 pounds. Our players today are only carving 1 pound, so they have it a lot easier than Linda does.
But she's in a chilled down booth. These guys are out in the elements. Does that make it more difficult for them?
Well, today
They want to hear you say yes.
Sure, yeah. Well, but today is a cool day, and so that really helps with the butter sculpting. You know, they're in a chilled container, as you said, over in the dairy building. On a warm day, it does get very challenging trying to sculpt butter, and we've had some competitions where it's been 90 degrees, and you have to try to get it sculpted before it melts. But today, we're not having any problems in that area.
Plastic utensils versus real silverware.
Well, I did tell the folks that I was organizing this with that they could bring whatever tools they wanted, but we'd bring along the basic plastic models. I guess they are allowed to use whatever they would like, including just their hands if they would like. But we do have several contestants that bring their own tools.
Wow, yeah, I'm sure they kept these guys away from metal for obvious reasons. They got a game tonight against Oakland, which who we won against last night, by the way.
I understand, you know, you can also use things like dental floss to help cut the butter and do things like that. So there's
Got any in your pocket, Trevor? Dental floss? You forgot it, okay.
And some people use wooden tools as well, but you know, you don't want any splinters either, right? So we have to avoid anything that would put them on the DL.
Now, Miguel's looking like a vehicle over there to me, isn't it?
Well, I'm not sure. He did say he was doing a house, but he might have changed his mind. Now it's a camera?
We're going to a camera?
Okay.
See that? Well, you talked about the artists as they're into the flow.
Right.
What do you think? What do you think so far?
I think he's calling that done.
Let's find out. Wait a minute, Miguel. Wait a minute now. Are we going to do a selfie here? Okay, let's talk about the sculpture.
You know, Erwin gave me the little bit idea, and I try to make it happen. I change to the camera, and I do like a little cycle in the middle. It's like almost camera.
Do you like it?
Who wanna take a selfie with me?
All right, we're done. Let's see where Eddie's at here. Doris, come on, let's check out Eddie's. Oh, look at this, coming out with Miguel Sano. How cool is that? He's all done, Trevor. Well, do you think you're done?
No, not yet.
How much time do we have left?
I think Miguel's trying to score points with the fans by doing the old, the old selfies with everyone, trying to score a few points there.
That was a good point you brought up. You're the closer, so you get to finish last, right?
I guess that's true.
All right. Doris, come on, let's check out Eddie Rosario here. Eddie, do we know what this is?
It's my little pickup. I try.
Miguel, can you take a picture of this with your new camera phone? There we go. Well, these guys are playing tonight. I think tomorrow night, too, is Jim Thome Hall of Fame night at the ballpark. So that'll be kind of a special night on Saturday night. But they'll be playing tonight at 7. That tarp has covered the field, and, boy, the grounds crew over there is incredible. Now, do we have a time limit? Or
20 minutes. I hope that Julie's been timing us here, but
Trevor's done. Okay, there you go. Can you see the yellow school bus? Your thoughts? No, everybody's quiet when asked what they thought of it. What's that? Well, Eddie's the only one that needs it. Whose do you like best so far?
So far, Miguel's.
Miguel's? How about you?
Yeah, I like Miguel's.
Miguel's?
No, Trevor's.
Trevor.
I'm with Trevor.
And why do you like Trevor's? Because you can't see it very well?
Well, he got started quicker. He knew what he was going to do, and I like it.
Okay, what do you think?
We'll go Trevor.
Trevor?
Miguel.
Miguel. Well, Eddie isn't getting any votes, but Eddie's not done yet. What do you think?
Eddie.
Do you know what he's making?
A pickup, isn't it? All
It
right.
could be a rose in disguise.
It could be what?
A rose in disguise. You know.
Okay, we'll find out in a second here. How much time does Eddie have? 1 minute? All right. They're kind of pulling for you out there right now, Eddie, so. Do you remember when Eddie made his debut as a Twin? Do you remember what he did in the first at bat? So I'm thinking first time butter sculpture home run. What do you think? And then I look at it and I don't know. We're down to the final few seconds. We're fine-tuning this pickup truck. Trevor, what do you think of what you're looking at in your competition over here?
I like the camera. I really like the hole he made for the lens. I don't know what that is.
Miguel, what do you think of your competition?
Or
do you have any?
I like the boss, and I think my camera is the best because I can take a picture to everybody and then phone, and then Elvin give me a good idea and do make it this.
Do you think Eddie's going to finish before the game tonight?
I think so, yeah. I think so.
Okay, we're going to judge this. How much time we have? Is that it, Eddie?
That's it.
That's it?
That's my pickup.
Well, what about the forks on there?
¿Cómo se dice la pala grande? Es una pala para
It's like a snow and plow machine.
Oh, snowplow. Well, perfect for us, right? It's a snowplow. Okay, so now we got to vote. Are you ready? Huh? Okay, you guys got to hold them up for the crowd, and then we got some ribbons. So far, who's the favorite?
Miguel.
Miguel, who do you think?
Rosario.
Who do you think?
Hildenberger.
Well, that's a pretty even pacing right there. Everybody got a vote. Are we ready? Julie, who goes up first here? Doris, who do you want to put the first one up? First one done was Miguel. How about Miguel? Miguel, let's see Miguel's. Well, okay. How about Trevor Hildenberger? And then there's the snowplow from Eddie Rosario. Boy, that was pretty tight. Who's the judge? Doris. Oh. All right, there you go. How about these guys coming out? They got a game tonight. This is pretty fun for them to come out. What's the problem over here? Do you want to protest this?
I mean, come on now. Sano should have won that. I mean there's no
bad umpiring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dang umpires. All right. Well, congratulations, guys. It doesn't get much better than this. Maybe it does, a little bit. So the game tonight and then tomorrow night, and unfortunately because of the weather, there will be no autographs here today. So apologize for that. Okay, can we do a little Q&A? All right, we're going to have you guys sit down and we'll talk a little baseball if that's all right. All right. Trevor, let's talk a little bit about your journey. You get drafted, I think, 22nd round. Suddenly you're up in the big leagues, and now you're working at the end of the games as a save guy. What are your thoughts on the season? How do you like that position?
It's fun. It's really fun. You know, once we traded Rodney, there's a kind of an opportunity there. But it's fun to impact the game in a way where, like, you do your job, you guys win. And that's an exciting opportunity.
Is it nerve-wracking at all?
Yeah, I'm nervous every time I pitch, no matter what inning. So, partly, yeah.
And in catching this year now, Wilson went down and Cash went down earlier. And how's that work for pitcher? You guys, now you've got to work with 3 different catchers so far this year.
Yeah, it's a learning curve. Throwing to different guys all the time. But I've thrown to Garver my entire career. All throughout the minor leagues, I played with Mitch. So we've been on the same page a lot of the times.
Well, Trevor, it's good to have you here as a Minnesota Twin. Congrats and best of luck in that role.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Trevor Hildenberger. Eddie, let me ask you about that first at bat. You know, I was talking with Ken Herbeck about his first at bat. Corey Koski, another great twin, didn't go for Corey, didn't go quite as he planned, but for you, the first at bat was pretty special. Can you walk us through that?
It's same question. I respond every time. I drink all the time. When I young kid, it's my favorite moment in the Major League Baseball.
Well, you're third in assists, outfield assists. Tell me about the defense this year of the squad and your own defense.
I feel good. I feel good when I see running position. Every time I stay positive to hit into me. I want to try to catch the guy in home play or second base to help the team to win.
Miguel, this team struggled a little bit, ton of injuries and a ton of times that we haven't had the whole full roster together. Playing pretty well last night. You play one of the best teams in Major League Baseball. The pitcher that you beat is a good one, and last night he said that is a really good lineup at Minnesota. I want to get your thoughts on where this team is right now and what kind of potential you have as we get to the end of the year and into next year.
You know, Oakland, they have a great team. They have great pitchers. But I think my team is the best in the world. And, you know, they play good now. They play good, and we are a little struggling. But I think so we can have a better team next year, and we have better competition. And we can do a better job next year.
You feel 100% now? Are you healthy physically?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good 100%. And I got a problem in my tibia before, but I feel much better. And I hope so next year I don't have any problem. I can play the whole year good with the team, and I can do the best I can.
What was that like playing in Puerto Rico this year for you and scoring the winning run in that extra inning game?
It's my favorite moment this year, 100%. I play from my family, from my city, from my friends. It's an awesome moment this year, for real. These two games help a lot of people in Puerto Rico. Yeah. I feel proud.
Is it better there now? Much better than it was?
Yeah. It's really good right now. The same Puerto Rico, I know everybody here, but everything is perfect right now.
Hey, listen, you guys, thanks for joining us. Trevor, congratulations. You going to have this in your locker tonight?
Absolutely, 100%.
Will you take any ribbing?
Probably.
All right. Hey, guys, good luck against Oakland and the rest of the way this year. And thanks, everybody, for coming out and supporting us despite that weather. Appreciate it. See you at the ballpark.